G'day everyone, the Climate Change Guy here with a preview of my 3 blogs for Wednesday, June the 3rd, 2015. First blog looks at a call by BP and Shell and some other major oil companies to be heard and to have a seat around the table when decisions are made about carbon pricing. A lot of companies are embracing it as much as governments at the moment. It's gaining a lot of momentum, and these big oil companies are saying we want to say we have a lot to contribute and we want to be heard. Second blog looks at a call by France to lock away a pre-Paris agreement by about October. And China's saying, well, this is all really good, but we have a few issues we want to sort out around the compliance, some compliance aspects. And the last blog looks at the juggernaut that is carbon pricing, the fact that shortly or in the new year or in the next year, China will be implementing a national scheme. They've got pilots now, but they'll be implementing a national scheme. And they're taking some lessons from both the EU and the Californian cap and trade or carbon pricing scheme. So as I said, the first blog looks at a call by BP and Shell and some other major oil players to say, well, we want a decision making, we want our voices heard, we want to be involved in making decisions around carbon pricing or cap and trade. This is a very interesting development. It shows that oil companies are indeed very serious about this. They see this as an advantage for them, not only in the business environment now, but also going forward in terms of the sustainability of their brand, financially and obviously environmentally. Second blog looks at a call by France to lock away a pre-Paris agreement by October. This is a very interesting, I found it very interesting when I was researching it. They're very keen to basically go ahead and lock away a deal. China has raised a few concerns around compliance related issues and some other things they would like sorted out first, so there's a bit of back and forward. I think ultimately though it shows that countries are very serious about locking away a good deal in Paris, a sustainable deal in Paris, and I applaud them for this stance. And I think when you read the blog it'll make you think about what Australia could or should be doing to help play its part. And the last blog, as I said, looks at the juggernaut that's climate change, with China about to embark on a national scheme. They've got pilot schemes at the moment that are going very well. They've learnt from the US and the EU, or the Californian and the EU cap and trade or carbon trading schemes. They've gone a slightly different way in terms of the design of their pilot schemes, but more and more cities want on board. And obviously going national in the next year or so, there'll be a lot of focus. I'll be very interested on how China actually goes about designing the national scheme, launching it and tracking it. I think there'll be a lot of eyes on China, and it's really a credit to the Chinese government and to Chinese environment agencies that they're embracing the challenges and the lessons from what other people have done, what other countries have done, and they basically go ahead and doing it. It's definitely to their credit. I think you'll be interested in what the wrap up I've given on the discussions between Chinese and also some of the other countries involved in Bonn, which is happening at the moment for the next 2 weeks. So once again, I'd like to thank you for your interest in my blogs. I'd like to thank you for the shares that I see on social media. Keep the comments going. Keep the feedback going to my website. I do enjoy it and I do respond. And I'd like to thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.